Welcome back to California Cooking and happy summer. Today we're taking you to a new restaurant that's a neighborhood deli by day and a charming bistro by night. Plus, my sous chef Levi is officially out of school and back in the kitchen with me, and we're whipping up homemade cake cones and a fresh salad that is perfect for the season. First, we're heading to Henrietta in Echo Park, where farmers market ingredients drive the menu, featuring mouth-watering sandwiches at lunch and seasonal bistro fare by night.
Hi, I'm Max Lesser, and welcome to Henrietta. Henrietta is a California sandwich shop and bistro. I think what that means for me is a day and night concept, two sort of separate concepts that share the same DNA, that DNA being the beautiful produce in California, really highlighting our farmers and our product through wonderful sandwiches and a California bistro style menu. When folks come at 11:30, they're gonna walk through the door. They are gonna go straight to the counter. This is traditional sandwich shop counter service. You're gonna see sandwiches, you're gonna see salads, you're gonna see just really beautiful deli items that are all inspired by farmers market, inspired by produce. And then at night, more traditional sit-down service. So we pull out the host stand, the lights come down, and you'll either have a reservation or we hold some space for walk-ins, and you're really going to be taken care of. That's one of our main values, is that we take care of all of our guests, but counter service by day, full service by night. My inspiration behind Henrietta was really, I was inspired by these all-day restaurants of Europe, of Italy, specifically in Italian culture. During the day, you walk into a salumeria, which is, all of the charcuterie and the meats and the real Italian deli. And then you walk back into that same restaurant at 8 p.m. and have just one of the most simple but beautiful meals of your life. So while we aren't Italian per se, I think being inspired by that model of sandwich shop by day, neighborhood bistro by night. I have been in the restaurant business most of my life, but most of my adult life, I was a server. I've been fortunate to have some incredible serving jobs, to learn from some of the best restaurateurs, to work under some of the best chefs in the country, from Paul Kahn to Nancy Silverton and folks like that. In 2008, I helped open the Publican, and that's a restaurant in Chicago that is a James Beard Award-winning restaurant. That helped open my eyes to really what a restaurant could be. I was at the Publican for 4 years until I moved from Chicago to Los Angeles and was fortunate enough to work at Key Spaca and work for Nancy Silverton as a server. So my history, again, is I was really fortunate to work at some amazing restaurants with some incredible chefs and hands-on owners. And I've seen the importance of owners who really care about what their restaurant is doing on a day-to-day basis. What inspired me to open Henrietta? I think during the pandemic, everything was taken away and we were spending a lot of time at home. I had the fortune to think about, where do I want to be when we leave the apartment? And this was the place I wanted to be. I wanted to build a restaurant that was where we could build community. I wanted to be in a neighborhood, as I've talked about. I love that idea of the sandwich shop by day and that bistro by night. And I always ask myself, can a neighborhood restaurant be special? So often, I think in the States, we think of a neighborhood restaurant as just, yeah, it's a nice place down the street, but like, can we really be making some of the best food in LA, be trying to dial in every single ingredient, every single dish, while still welcoming our regulars with open arms. And so that's what we're trying to create here. I love this neighborhood, I love this corner. I looked all over LA, and what was really important to me was not about exactly being in a certain zip code, but about finding the right pocket. And I looked all over the east side, I looked in the valley, I looked on the west side, and when this space became available, it was the corner. Like, not just the physical corner. I love being on a corner. I love our beautiful mural on the outside of our wall. I love all of that, but it felt like this was a place that could have that neighborhood dynamic I was looking for. We're on Glendale and Pizarro, basically Glendale and Temple in Echo Park, and it's just one of the most phenomenal neighborhoods. We've got these wonderful regulars. We're right next to Clark Street Bakery where we get all of our bread from. I just love being on this little corner in Echo Park. This is 100% a family business. This wall behind me was entirely curated by my wife. The market has been done by my wife, Shayna. Shayna and I have a fun story. She was actually picked up her waiter at that restaurant back in Chicago. So restaurants are in our blood, restaurants are in our relationship. The menu is inspired by California, is inspired by the produce. So let's talk about what we have in front of us. Starting here with the mushroom French dip. Again, I never wanted to be involved in the French dip wars. There are so many great French dips out there, but I put this up against any of your meat. Sauteed mushrooms with young provolone cheese, a little meti in there, which is a fenugreek, and then this is the specialty. So that is our mushroom jus. Basically take a simple ingredient, the white button mushroom, sweat it down, pick it up with a little sherry vinegar, a little Madeira, but it just creates this beautiful, rich umami of a dip for the French dip. Right here we have the turkey porchetta, so you gotta have a turkey sandwich. But how can ours be different? So we start with porchetta, which is something our chef Alexis has done before. So we take a porchetta spice rub, no pork in there, but it's anchovy, thyme, coriander, a bunch of other spices that I'm not gonna remember right now. Rub the turkey with that, then they cook off the turkey, slice it to order, and bread and butter pickle, but doing it with something else. And so we have this bread and butter pickled fennel. All of the bread you see is from Clark Street next door. One of our signature dishes is our grilled chicken. It's a 3-day process. They salt the chicken the first day, marinate it the second day, grill it up the third day. It's how we get one of the juiciest chickens I've ever had. And then it's served with a Caesar panzanella with radicchio and our white balsamic Caesar. Over here we have one of my favorite dishes on the menu, which is our snap pea and avocado salad. So snap peas coming from the farmer's market right now. Beautiful avocados. I literally had this for dinner last night. Buttermilk vinaigrette, a little mint and endive for that crunch. And then up front might be what I think is the most special dish on the menu. What's so special to me about this, it is the romesco. So they take the tartare, mix it, fold it in with romesco, which is a nut and pepper sauce. Our version is a little more rustic, so you get that chew in the bite with the beef, and then that pickled squash, a little crema to lighten it up, and some shaved green onion. Chef Alexis is going to make our brand new tomato sandwich. So that is gonna be heirloom tomatoes, arugula, griddled pan de mie from Clark Street Bread, and the bacon vinaigrette.
Hi, I'm Alexis. I'm the chef of Henrietta. So tomatoes are really wonderful this time of the year, so we came up with a sandwich for you to make at home with ingredients that you probably already have. I'm going to start with some pan de mie bread, some white bread. You can also use sourdough. I'm going to put a little bit of aioli on both sides. It's just garlic aioli. Some beautiful heirloom tomatoes right here. These are from Balick Farm in Ventura County. So I'm going to put a little bit of coarse gray salt on here. You can also use Malden, a little bit of red wine vinegar. We put a little bit of fish sauce on it, just for that umami. So right now in the earlier seasons, you're probably going to get some harder tomatoes, but I usually, for heirlooms, I look for them to be a little bit softer. And at the farmer's market, you can taste them. You can taste the hothouse, the cherry tomatoes. The farmers are really wonderful and they'll let you try everything. So right on the tomatoes, I'm gonna put some bacon vinaigrette that we make in-house. It's really important to render your bacon. You want it to be really, really nice and crispy. And then you're gonna blend that with bacon fat and buttermilk and strain it. Top it with some arugula. And that's the sandwich.
Really what I'd love you to do is come in for lunch, then we'll see you a week later for dinner, and we're so happy you came to join us.
Coming up, Levi and I are back in the kitchen making homemade cake cones and a mango avocado salad topped with bacon wrapped shrimp. Look Looking for a fun summer activity with the kids? Well, we've got a sweet homemade treat that is as fun to make as it is to eat. Levi's back in the kitchen. Summer break.
And last time when we made cake pops, which are basically the same thing as this, we failed.
We failed. So we're gonna try again.
Epic, satisfying fail.
We're gonna try again with the cake pop. But this one's a little different, and I think it's kind of fun because what was hard about the cake pop is the little tiny lollipop stick. So, okay, thanks. This time, we're gonna do a cake pop, but on an ice cream cone. I think that'll be kind of a fun take. First thing, we've got our cute little sugar cones. For the cake pop, you need a cake. Levi, very impressed. He baked this cake this morning out of a box, but you can use any flavor. We picked a vanilla yellow cake. This is the fun part about cake pops. We crumble a beautifully perfect cake into this bowl. You wanna do the honors? You have clean hands, you just washed them. We're gonna just crumble it. The way they become cake pops is by adding frosting. That kind of helps solidify them enough to make a ball. All right, so now, Levi, we even crumble it more. This is this is really playing with your food, so the kids are gonna get into this. Levi, what grade are we going into?
I'm going to 5th grade.
Now this part, we're gonna go over here. Do you need to wash?
Into the sink.
Do you wanna go ahead and put the frosting in there?
Okay, now I'm putting the frosting in.
There's a big spoon.
Frosting.
You know what though, is if it doesn't have to be the best frosting of all time because it's really is a binder. The mixing begins. I think this might take hands again, but.
Yep, it will.
Yeah, okay. Go for it. Do your magic. Make sure the icing combines with the cake.
Oh, this is really good consistency.
I'll spin the bowl.
I'm doing myself some pottery here.
And it kind of holds together like a Play-Doh. So again, go wash up because I'm gonna use a scooper to try to get the same size. Now to get uniform size, I'm gonna take an ice cream scoop. You're still gonna need to get messy and do a little of this action. Right, Levi? I think you still need to use your hands.
Mom,
I know.
you keep making me wash my hands.
But you want them to be close to the same side. You want them all about that size.
Okay, then I'm just gonna take the scoop.
Yeah. 12, perfect, we got a dozen. All right, we're done with this part. Put these into the freezer for just a couple of minutes or the fridge. Step 2.
Step 2, we're gonna melt chocolate so that we can dip our cake pop cones into this chocolate.
Yeah, we can do either those melts that you can get at like a Michael's or craft store, you can get them online, and they come in all different colors. I got melts that are, and melts meaning these just melt nice and evenly. This is a dark chocolate and a white chocolate. Let's melt some chocolate. So I'm gonna go half the bag. 30 seconds at a time. Stir.
So that you don't burn it like I always do when I try to make the balloon.
Exactly.
Okay, now we have froze our cake balls.
But they're not frozen.
They're not frozen.
I mean, they could be, but ours are just chilled. Next step is you dip.
Oh yeah, okay. So
And
that
then-
sticks.
Yep, and then you do kind of a side with that. Levi's a dark chocolate guy. So this is like glue. This will help the cone stick to the cake pop.
Yeah, craft.
It is. It's a craft /treat. I know, that's the one I did that messed up. That's all right. Back in the fridge. Want to bring them out? Nice. I quickly reheated the chocolate for another 20 seconds so it's nice and smooth. We have our sprinkles ready.
So that we can salt bay them all around.
I'm gonna do this, and you just want
I
a
just
light,
think this is
a
gonna be
light
so
coating.
amazing.
Now I gotta get my sprinkles ready. Bring the sprinkles over. And then what they did is they did this cute little like it's melting vibe. Ah, cute! Was that too loud? Sorry. Ah! Okay, you ready to try another one? I'm not gonna mess with them. I'm happy with where they're at. Back into the fridge for just a couple of minutes. Time to check how our cake pops turned out.
Whoa!
They look cute. They look really cute.
Those are so cool. I'm trying to peel them off.
That's what this Silpat, which really helps things not stick. Look at that! That is so fun. How cute. And then a little cake stand. It turned out. We've redeemed ourselves on the cake pop. Okay, you do the honors. What do you think?
It's so good.
That is yummy. Cake cone for the win.
Cake home for the win.
Coming up, an easy summer salad featuring fresh mango, creamy avocado, and bacon-wrapped shrimp. We always like to jazz up my salad, so this time I'm adding bacon-wrapped shrimp to a mango avocado salad. Hi, Levi.
Hi.
This recipe not as fun as making a dessert or a treat, but
Now it's probably gonna be fun.
I've never made this, but it's just kind of a light, summery dish with some grilled shrimp, but I thought maybe to make it a little decadent, we could wrap the shrimp in bacon. And then I was gonna make kind of a salad to go underneath with some cucumber, some mango, avocado, parsley, just really kind of fresh and summery ingredients. So the first thing we're gonna do, Levi apparently is gonna cut some parsley. I don't want it really fine. I kind of want bigger leaves. So like a rough chop.
A little tiny bit?
Yeah, like, right about there. So while you're doing that, I already cut up one mango. Maybe don't add all of that, Levi, like half of that. You can move on to cucumber.
Fine or not fine?
No, like, let me give you an example. Let's do like, cut it down this way, like a bite-sized chop. Yeah. Look at those knife skills. Very good, Levi. I'm impressed. So you could do the whole cucumber.
I was taught by Nick DiGiovanni.
What about Mom?
No.
I trust Levi. I always told him, I said, I trust you with a knife. There's just no goofing off in the kitchen when you've got a knife.
Yeah.
Serious
Because
business.
you can cut yourself.
That's right. 2 mangoes, bite-sized pieces. Avocado. Now I'm gonna take a spoon and scoop out my avocado and just give it same kind of a chop. Probably a little firmer of an avocado would be better than something too soft. We're gonna do a little bit of the dressing. Very easy. Lime and olive oil and salt. Stir this around. Gently stir it because you don't want to mush up that avocado. You want to keep it nice and...
Run it along the bowl.
So we're gonna let that sit for a little bit. On to the shrimp. So we have peeled and deveined shrimp. The bigger the better. These are a little small. I think big ones would look nice, but these are tinier. We don't need all this. This is a lot of shrimp. I'm gonna take half that. Season them. Olive oil.
I got it.
Okay. Salt. You do garlic powder. I'm gonna do sumac, which is a
I
ground
can do
berry,
that.
and it's just interesting and a little floral and fruity. Could you stir that up for me? We're going to wrap some bacon. Take a little shrimp. I cut my bacon into smaller pieces. We're gonna wrap it as best we can. And I have skewers. You could grill this, but I'm gonna just do it in a pan. And it helps keep the bacon on there because without the skewer, it would be a little tricky. So you just wrap it up like a little package.
But then when it cooks, it like tightens up.
Yeah. Time to cook these babies up on the cast iron, I think. Let's see. Oh yeah. I would just get a nice platter. That goes down. And then we've got our beautiful shrimp in the bacon, and I would just pull them off the skewer. and put them right on top. So you've got this delicious, healthy salad, but just a little bit of decadence with the crispy bacon. Just a little bit of olive oil at the end, and we've got lunch. Do you want to taste?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a nice crispy one. I love the salty bacon with the sweet mango. Good job. Thank you for being my sous chef. For the recipes we featured today, you can follow us on Instagram at KTLA California Cooking. Well, that does it for us. Thank you guys for joining. See you next time. Levi, what grade are we going into?
I'm going to 5th grade.
Very exciting.
Magi Matatata. Make sure to keep that in there because Landon says he watches this and he made up Magi Matatata.
Is that like a code to your friends?
Yes. So please keep it in there.
What are you doing this summer? What's your big plan?
We're going to Dodgers camp. Everybody in the world should go there.